All right, good morning. It is Wednesday, August 4th. Excuse me, Monday, August 4th. I'm here in Bowman, North Dakota. It's about 6:30 a.m. and heading on day 4 of motorcycle trip. So I will be going today from Bowman to Billings, Montana. So not a big day, 400 miles probably or so, but it should be wide open, no national parks or anything like that. But here was last night's hotel, and we ate at that restaurant right across called Grazers, I believe it is. Had a good stuffed burger, and just getting ready to load the final things here up on the bike. This little IKEA bag, super nice. I can just take all my things out of the bike, put it in the IKEA bag, and take it in. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Bike's holding up well. Cleaned her up last night. This place was nice enough. She has a bag full of or a bucket full of rags that you can use, and she goes, "No, I learned you bikers are going to clean your bikes whether I give you rags or not. I just soon use my old ones and my new ones." So that was nice. So anyway, that's what today's going to bring, and we'll check in later. All right, so about 12 miles from the North Dakota-Montana state line on the U.S. Highway 12, and it was rolling plains and just dropped into this little canyon land area. There's a deer right there. That is my third deer I've seen this morning, and it's only 7 o'clock. And very pretty country. Over by Bowman, the first, I don't know, 15 miles or so that I drove, they were putting in a bunch of wind farms. The lady at the hotel, when I checked in, said, "What are all you Texans coming up here for?" I go, "Oh, there are a lot of them?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "I'm just riding my motorcycle." I go, "I don't know what they're here doing." She goes, "Oh, they're all working on the wind farm." So apparently there's a bunch of Texans up here working in North Dakota. So yeah, pretty. Also very pretty just because of the sun coming up. Alright, I'll see you at the state line. Alright, just came across the Little Missouri Scenic River, and here's a town called Marmarth. And you can see Marmarth has seen better days, I guess, but I don't know if that's the old school. Here's the old downtown Cactus Club. This one kind of caught my eye. This is the Little Missouri Smoke Shop. Espresso, cigar, humidor, wine, beer, gifts, cigarettes, balloons, clothing, boutique, tanning, and beauty salon. So I'm going to say this. If you need something in Marmarth, North Dakota, I think that's the store. Down out here by the Little Missouri Scenic River. Must have something to do with fossils too, because I saw a vehicle that had a fossil shop sign on it, and a hilltop had a dinosaur on top. Van Horn's Western Antique Auto Ice Cream Parlor. Okay. Marmarth, North Dakota, folks, where you can put together any 3, 4, 10, 15 things you want into one store. I guess that's what you call capitalism. But this town had obviously the rail running by it, so that's what would have made it even exist back in the day. Oh, here. There's like, this is like the fourth hilltop that's had just artwork on top of it. So this one, now we got a cowboy. Somebody in town must be a metal sculpture artist, like to build these installments. Okay, since yesterday the North Dakota sign was down when I actually crossed into North Dakota, I have to get it on my way out. So here is the North Dakota sign, and here is North Dakota oil fields. If you look up over here, they're actually drilling a new well right up on top of the hill here. You probably cannot hear it on camera, although this is probably the quietest video since the motorcycle's actually off. But you can hear something going on in those oil wells over there. So quiet out here. Alright, and then I'm going to take you on the spin here and over to the Montana signs just quick a sec. Get a pic over there. Traffic's certainly not an issue out here. Just kind of drive around wherever the heck I want. So I'll just pull right over here to the Montana sign. And the speed limit in Montana goes up 5 miles an hour for the very same road. Isn't that nice? Okay. Looks like various people put stickers on there. So this will be Montana. Big Sky Country. I'll check in later. Alright, well, here is the Powder River. And that must have been where the road used to go. Pretty spot down here, and then up comes the bluffs and all that. So since I got me a historic marker, let's see what it is. River that they claim is a mile wide, inch deep, runs uphill. Exaggerated in that other bridge was built in 1946. So we are down in the valley. Right here, we're 5999, so I'm about to turn 60,000 miles on Victory. I have put every single one of those miles on this bike, and usually at 10,000 mile increments, I pull over into the picture. So let's see where that ends up being. Okay, right about top of this hill. 5999. Amazingly, the nearest town right now is Miles City, so go figure. So we're going to go ahead and take a picture. Here's where 60,000 miles looks like. Middle of nowhere. But beautiful. Alright, you always know that you're getting into some really good terrain when you just passed a chain-up area for the big truck. So steep grades and whatnot. So that's beautiful reddish buttes or whatever you want to call them. And here we come down into the valley. town of Lame Deer, Montana. And I think this is the Northern Cheyenne headquarters. There is the Northern Cheyenne Agency of Bureau of Indian Affairs. Here is the Northern Cheyenne Health Center. So I'm getting ready to enter the Northern Cheyenne Reservation. They had a casino on the outside of town. Something referring, I think, to Crazy Horse. I have to look that up. I think it might have been Cheyenne, I don't know. I would really love to know a lot more about the Native American history and culture, for sure. And then this is the Northern Cheyenne Port, right here. I gotta go to the right where I need to go, but I think I'm gonna go straight just to see what's over here. The actual business district. Again, Lame Deer, Montana. Grocery store, bank. There was Chief Dull Knife Community College. Oh look, high motorcycle traffic, stay alert. Well, thank you. Cheyenne Nation. Miles to the junction of I-90. I'm sure I'll be able to get gas there. We'll run the half a tank. No way. Sunny side, it's to the ride. Alright, so there's Lame Deer, Montana. Alright, I'm heading on Interstate 90 West. I'll be on here for about 10 miles. This will be only I've only done 10 miles on an interstate before. And coming out of Little Bighorn area. But turn this on because apparently there's a big wildfire going on. You can see that over in the distance. That is not clouds, that is smoke. And been looking at that smoke for a while. I'll have to look up tonight where that is. But yeah, I've been through Cheyenne, Crow, and Lusa, I think it is. 3 different reservations up here. old US Highway 87 instead of the interstate, which was a fine choice. Kind of flat there for a long time, but now I'm within, like 9 miles of Billings, and because of this beautiful winding road, fun as can be. I think that's Billings down there in the valley. I do have to be careful though, because these corners, some of them, people have come through a little tight, and there's loose gravel. And when you're in full lean, that is not desirable. I had one, the first quarter that I saw that on, had a little, big rock, if you will. And it's a big rock, and I hit one, and the tire scooted over about an inch. That wakes you up. Yeah, look at how windy this road is. I'd love to lean this thing over like Marc Marquez, drag my knee through this corner, but I can't. Yeah, see all that gravel on here? I'm definitely not saying it's because of the gravel that I can't. I don't think I normally could anyway. So. But, you know, making 25-mile-an-hour corners at 50 ain't bad. Billings, and I have no idea if I don't know that I'm near downtown or where I'm at, but I'm about a mile from my hotel, and just went by the First Suffolk Bank Arena, and Zach Top was going to be playing there soon. I think he's from up this way. Don't quote me on that. But most of what I've seen of Billings is pretty industrial. Weed is obviously legal here, because right off the highway was, I don't know, nothing but dispensaries. But, yeah, so I don't think I've been to the nice part. That must be the downtown, I'm guessing, because it's got the tall buildings. Over there. So I may go drop my stuff and cruise around town just a little bit and see what I can see. And this is where I'm staying tonight. So, Hilton Home 2 Suites. Super excited about that. Do love these places. Is home for this evening. I'll probably take that parking spot because I know I'm right inside that door. And if it rains later, KFC in walking distance.